Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to another morning breakthrough with Coco, helping you undo so God can do. Let us be thankful for another Tuesday, not promised, but indeed graciously granted. Hope you are off to a good start this morning. So, y'all, we are now 3 days away from the new year 2021. To God be the glory for how far we've already come. So, we have been I've been sharing about 31 ways that you can be accelerated into purpose, and we are pretty much down to the recap part. So yesterday I gave you a recap of how you can be accelerated from a spiritual perspective, and this morning I want to share the recap of how you can be accelerated into your purpose from a personal perspective. And so, just to go back to what we talked about the second week, the first thing I shared was getting out of your own way. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy, our own worst critic. Sometimes we are the hold up and not somebody else. I know it's easy to play the blame game sometimes and say, well, this person didn't support me, or this person didn't share this, or this person didn't do this, or but it all starts with us. So we have to get out of our own way, get rid of that stinking thinking of what we can't do, and remember to go back to who we are in God, to who God says you are, to what God has called you to do. So after that, getting out of your own way, I asked the question, are you teachable? Are you coachable? And are you adaptable? Are you at a point in your life where you're just completely set in your ways, you're not open to anything, or are you teachable? Learning is ongoing. We learn every single day. Learning does not stop and should not stop. I don't care how far in you are with your endeavors or with your purpose, how good things may be going, there's always room for improvement. So even when you've got to that place where everything is going good, then after you are settled in that, have a solid foundation, then it's a matter of, okay, Lord, what's next? So again, are you teachable? Are you coachable? And are you adaptable? Are you open to someone teaching you new things? Are you, I know a lot of people are not always tech savvy. Are you open to learning more about how to create funnels, or how to promote your business, or just how to present yourself, period, more online or in different spaces? Um, are you teachable? Are you still willing to learn? Are you coachable? Um, are you willing to be challenged beyond your current mode of thinking? Are you willing to change your perspective on something, certain things? Are you adaptable? We know that change is inevitable. We've all had to change some things throughout 2020. Have you been open to the changes, or have you been fighting the changes all year? So are you teachable, coachable, and are you adaptable? Are you willing to learn? Are you ready to learn? Are you open to learning more, to push you forward, to move you from a place of being stagnant, to move you from a place of complacency? So after that, we talked about what is your why. The biggest thing in not only understanding your purpose, but moving forward in your purpose is knowing your why. What is the thing that burdens your heart? What is the thing that motivates you to get up in the morning and keep pushing? What is the thing that keeps you up late at night? Or what is the thing that you would even do for free? Know your why. Why? Because you want to make a difference. How? Why? Because you want to see other people excel in what particular area. Why? Because you don't want others to have to go through the things that maybe you've gone through in life. So again, what is the why behind your purpose? What is the why behind the things that you do? Because there's going to come a point, and this is why it is so important to self-reflect and um, to have your own set of core beliefs and values, because your why is dependent on you and not someone else. You have to know why you believe something. You have to know why you do something, because there are going to be days when you won't have support. There's going to be days when nobody sees you. There's going to be days when nobody hears you. There's going to be days when it's just you. But will you keep going because of your why, or will you stop because you've been counting on other people supporting you or lifting you up or praising you? So again, what is your why for the thing that you're doing? If you don't have a concrete why, then maybe it's time to revisit what you have been doing and reconsider what it is that God is wanting you to do. Reconsider the things you're passionate about. Reconsider what you believe your purpose is. Now, how bad do you want it? We all talk about, many people say, I want this, I want that, I want more, I want bigger, I want greater. How bad do you want it? In other words, again, go back to that teachable, coachable, and adaptable part. Are you willing to get outside of yourself? Are you willing to bring someone else in to teach you, to coach you, to help you move forward, and how to properly adjust to change? How bad do you want it? Meaning, what are you willing to give up? What are some things that you're willing to sacrifice? Again, we talked about fasting and praying yesterday. Sometimes you may even need to fast and pray before you make a decision about something. Beyond just regular praying and listening, you may need to go in and fast and pray to get better revelation or better clarity on something. Again, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to give up? Who are you willing to let go so you can move forward? Sometimes you have to let people go. Sometimes you have to let things go that are not necessarily adding to your growth, that are not an asset, but more so a liability, actually. So again, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to let go? What are some old things you need to let go of so God can start instilling some new things in you? You can't expect new connections when you're still holding on to old connections. You can't expect new finances when you're still holding on to other blessings that God has given you and you haven't properly distributed them out to other people. So, personal investments. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it to the extent that you're not willing to invest in yourself? Yes, it's going to cost money. Yes, it's going to cost some time. Yes, it's going to cost maybe some time with your family, maybe some time away from work. You may have to reschedule some things, but personal investment. No one will take the time to invest in you if you're not investing in yourself. You would be surprised at how many people would help you or give you a break, so to speak, or work with you when you make that first step. You have to personally invest in you. And maybe it's not always just about money, but you need to, in some shape, form, or fashion, invest in you, pour into you, follow people who are further along in what it is that you're called to do, that you can learn from, that you can glean from. Get a coach. Hire a coach to help you move from point A to point B. Hire a coach to help you figure things out, to help you create a plan, to help you implement things, to help you take action, to hold you accountable for what it is that you're trying to get to. Maybe you need to hire a therapist or a counselor, whatever it is that is necessary for you to move forward. You will have to break down in some shape or form or fashion to personally invest in your own growth, whether it's financially or time. More than likely, it's going to all come together with time and money and resources. And then the last one was, who are you connected to? Pay attention to who you are connected to. And one of the reasons I say that is this. Challenge yourself to start networking. Get beyond just the people on Facebook, on Twitter, or Instagram, whatever social media you're on, what other online platforms you're in. consider what it is that God has called you to do. And you don't have to know these people personally. And start watching who's doing what you're doing and connect with them, follow them, be friend request them, whatever, and learn different ways. Get outside of your normal routine or your normal group of people. Sometimes you will not find what you need in your own backyard or in your own hometown or in your own close circle of friends. You have to be willing to step out and network. I would not be where I am right now had it not been for networking. And I'm an introvert, more so of an introvert now, extrovert when I need to be. But I would not be where I am now if it were not for me taking the time to network, to get to know people, to build relationships with people, to create conversations, and learning how to actually reach out to people and ask for help and ask for possible collaborations. Who are you connected to? Sometimes you outgrow the people that you've been with for so long, and that's okay. You're gonna go outgrow people, period. We all know people come into our lives for a reason, season, or a lifetime. And some people, again, I think I talked about this, I don't know which section it was, but you have some people who are planters. They plant the seed and that's all they're called to do. Then you have some that will come and water that seed. And then you have some that will come and nurture the seed after it has grown into a plant. So you're going to have people at different parts or different phases of your life. And so you have to be open to new connections, because one person is not necessarily called to do and be everything for you on your journey or in whatever it is that your purpose or that you're called to do. Okay, so who are you connected to? Who can you go to bounce ideas off of? Who can you deposit into? Who can deposit into you? Be careful of relationships where it is only you depositing into someone else. That's okay, but make sure that you have a balance in doing so. Okay, so those are my nuggets this morning. That is the recap of how to be accelerated into purpose from a personal perspective. Get out of your own way. Are you teachable? Are you coachable? Are you adaptable? What is your why? How bad do you want it? Are you making personal investments? And consider who it is that you're connected to. And you want genuine connections, divine connections. Look for those divine connections, not people that you want to connect to because, they're connected to these other people. No, be careful of even those type of connections. You want genuine connections and divine connections that were meant to be to help you grow and also to help them grow. Okay, so those are my nuggets for this morning. Thank you for tuning in to another Morning Breakthrough with Coco. I am the Purpose Accelerator, here to push, provoke, and catapult you into your next level of divine greatness. Have an awesome Tuesday. Remember to be safe, stay safe, and be a blessing to someone else. Thanks.